Welcome to the journey home. My name is Catherine and I live in Nova Scotia, Canada. The following is a oracle reading for you, cards that I pulled that I will read fully from and without advertisement. Please subscribe, hit the like, and enjoy your reading. This card that was pulled for you is from the Faeries Oracle by Brian Froud. Number 32, Iris of the Rainbows. Hope, promise for the future. Blue skies and rain are the realm of Iris the Rainbow Fairy. She dwells at the meeting of air, the element of mind, and water, the element of emotion. She sits rainbow-hued wings outspread, suspended in midair, partially wrapped in her deep sky draperies and crowned with iris blossoms. The fairy archers tip their arrows in her potent handful of iridescent light. Firing their arrows, they send polychromatic rays into the storm, bringing light to dismal skies and hope to darkened hearts. Beneath the fairy rainbow, the amphibious creatures of a wet earth crouch. The fairy frog maiden and the frog. Anyone care to kiss them and see what happens? Peer out from their shelter at the storm-racked world, while the shadowed sun is dimly seen above Iris's head. Sturdy, pot-bellied gnomes, their toes rooted in the earth, sport sweeping whiskers to prove their entitlement to their single iris crowns, while the helpful fairy amphibians hold transparent rainbow-filled globes for the rainbow fairy. Everyone, especially Iris herself, is fully absorbed in the task of reclaiming the bright sky from the dark of storm. In her hand, the light of heaven's bow. In the light of heaven's bow looks a fragile thing, yet it is the light of hope, the promise of healing and joy to come, and that is one of the most powerful things there is. Your message here is that Iris tells us that light is breaking through our present darkness, and that hope is a powerful factor in speeding up this process. She does not promise us that the storm is over, nor does she say that it will never storm again, but she does say that there is brightness and beauty here. She also tells us that there is something to be gained by this passage through the storm. And the sooner we learn what it is, the sooner the storm will end. Always a passage through the storm is a time of potential growth, a time to allow the deadwood of our past to be blown away, to make room for the green shoots of new growth. At this point, it is useful to ask ourselves what we still need to release, and to look after protecting the nurturing of the seeds that we have planted. Iris suggests that the cultivation of patience may also be helpful at this time. I apologize for my dog making noises in the background. The storm is breaking up. Are we ready for the change? If we are presently frogs, the fairies say the time of our transformation, foretold by the rainbow, may be at hand. Then we shall be kissed by the puissant light of the sun, and discover if we are still frogs or if we have become something much more. As a warning, it is true that there is hope and there is promise for the future, but it is at present obscured or delayed. There may well be more trials to be met before we come to the end of this storm. Iris reminds us that hope, prayer, and faith may be needed that help us there if we ask for it, though it may not come in the form we request. She reminds us in these difficult times to remember our aspirations, to consider who it is that we are trying to become, and to hold those images surrounded by her prismatic light in our minds as we pass through this time of darkness. All times of hardship offer us the same challenge, to grow or to diminish. The choice is ours, but she is ready to lighten our path if we will accept her offering into our hearts. No storm, no darkness lasts forever. Brian says winged female fairies are the soul's messengers, representing the spirit freed from the mundane. They are creatures of aspiration and transcendence, flying between the worlds, between heaven and earth, between the body and the soul. Before I read the second card for you, just a reminder to please hit the like and help me beat those algorithms. For every like that you give me is potentially 1,000 suggestions and recommendations on YouTube. Thank you and God bless. Enjoy the rest of the reading. This card pulled for you is from the Fairy Forest, an oracle of the wild green world by Lucy Cavendish. Number 27, Salu. Vitality, health, energy. You radiate strength, energy, exuberance, and life force, the kind that emanates from within, giving you an energetic force field that others respond to, but within which you dwell radiant and well, with every day, every heartbeat, every conscious moment, including all the wise decisions you have made on behalf of your well-being. You are beginning to develop lasting strength, and your energy is potent, a force and a presence. This card can also signify that it is time for you to truly take your well-being seriously, to connect deeply and respectfully with the body, to reshape it, reclaim it from all the cultural biases and all the voyeuristic judgments we are all subject to. It is time to develop support networks where your mind is valued and healthy relationships are nurtured, developed, and sustained. You must also do the work, sweat, and discover just what you are capable of, and be sure also to change your nutrients, enhance the food you are eating, be sure to eat well, and acknowledge any unhealthy eating patterns you may have developed to self-nurture and comfort. All of this dedication and self-love will pay off in marvelous ways. You will radiate so much good, shining well-being that you will draw to you like-minded people who support this journey and attract more vitality, good fortune, and love. Mirabelle.